Alright. こんばんは。今日はもちろん日本語の実況もするけど、ストーリーの部分はほとんど英語の説明します。そして、このゲームはイベント以外は、その説明は後でかな。まずはちょっと音のテストがしたいだから、いらっしゃる方がもしなんか音のかけることができる、それが助かります。今見たらは大丈夫けど、もう本当に今日だけですね。だからこの後はまたチャンスは来ない。
それって犯罪じゃないの？
しかもすごく珍しいゲーム。誰が来るわからないけど、そういう理由でもなんか毎回する理由はないんですね。もちろん好きけど、私はそういうなんかフォロワーがまだいて、こういうゲームを見てみんなは方がいないんですね。常連者以外は多分15人ぐらいになったんですけど、以外は多分みんなが私がなんで格ゲーなんでなんで格ゲーしない、なんでアニメゲームしないって話になると思います。まあどっちでもよし、どこすればいいね。昔みたいに自分だけこれからね。OK。しかももうスタートしたら休憩がないんですね。このゲームは2つのディスクあります。
爆弾じゃないの？単に危険だから避難させただけじゃないんです。
違うわ。見せたくない。
よし。緊張してます。本当にチャンスは失敗したらもうまたできる可能性が少ない。今週は時間ないと思います。今も朝になってばっかりけど、多分終わりが3時4時気がします。Yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be hard. I'm just trying to prep because, like, in my mind, I'm trying to think, okay, do I really have everything ready? Because once we hit go, we're going. And I need to make sure that I'm like mentally there. I think the sound is fine. I don't want to mess with it too much. It would be nice if there's more. I should just post in the anime group. This is basically an anime. I mean, if I'm being fair to myself, it basically is. It's not gonna be at ASF, but you hear? How's it sound though? Am I balanced well? I'm not like fighting again. I don't want the music too soft though, because I will say the soundtrack in this game is fantastic, and I just don't want to have to like go back and rebalance. How you doing, DPC Fanson? If my voice sounds a little odd, it's because it was getting better, and then I use it again too much, so now my voice is just, it's kind of dead. It sounds like I smoke or something. But I just want to make sure that my voice is heard the whole time, because I'm going to be doing English commentary. Yeah, so I have to sit like this the whole time. There are times I might have to back away though. I'll probably be, the comfortable position for me is right here. This is the comfortable position. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. I could turn the mic ever so slightly toward my face a little bit. If that makes it, that's making a difference. I don't know. I'm fine here. Okay. Should I turn the game volume down a little bit, you think? I have to have the fans running, unfortunately, because this game is long. And there are kill points in this game too. And if that happens, it doesn't matter what hour it is, I'm probably going to rage. No, it's about this loud. But there's voices. That's the thing that worries me. So here, we'll go to the menu so you can hear it. But yeah, I'm only doing this. I wasn't even kidding. Like, I know sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'll run this again. Probably not. The only time I've played Jikuu Tantei series now. I played the first game twice. No, 3 times. And I played, well, I played it more than that. I played it about 7 times. And I played this one about 4 times. And this game is longer. I already can tell you that this game is longer. The volume's fine. Okay, I'm trying to wait till the demo starts. I might have to reset it. Let me just reset it actually, so you can hear it. I don't know why it's not like doing that. But yeah, I'm trying to make sure it's perfect, because I'll use the video to submit to events. But I like, kind of like with Jikuu Tantei, I played the game once. Oh, thanks, Brody-san. Yeah, I need the good luck today, honestly. But kind of like what I did with Jikuu Tantei is what I did is I ran it for like Halloween, and then I practiced like just 4 times, like hardcore, just like, all right, no mistakes. You know, and I did one slow playthrough before that, like taking really steady notes. So I did I did a similar thing this time, but because of the nature of this game, it's just a lot of work. It's just a lot of work, and I don't really want to like run it over and over again. I don't know when my timer started. I didn't hit a button. I don't know why I did that. So, yeah, this is about I would say that this is a louder cutscene. Lower the mic a little bit. I get what you're saying, okay, but my mic is good then, is that what you're saying? The voices are, the only way to get like rid of the voices is I completely mute them, which I wouldn't be doing. Alright, should be good. Alright, I think we're ready. I don't think I'm going to get too many I mean, this game just isn't popular. It's no fault of its own. It's a great game, but yeah, it's not popular in the least. And I got my notes on the side here, so I could do a post in the anime group. I might as well. I think it treads the line of like, it's anime-ish. I mean, it's written by someone who literally does only anime stuff. So where's my I'm all over the place. I just hope I don't get tired. I'm worried about that. That would be the worst thing. I'm feeling a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. Why can I not find the text channels? Okay, I don't like promote myself enough. It's pretty bad. All right. I see you typing in there. Dude, I spent a whole week on this. Underrated games done quick. This is like super obscure games done quick. Like even rare games in like rare games that might have been featured at Games Done Quick. This is like rare. Like even Japanese people are like gonna look at this game and be like, yo, what are you playing right now? I didn't know this existed. The first game they might know it existed. I didn't know there was a sequel until like a good time after. It is not advertised, and it is not in stock. So this is up there. This is up there as one of the rarest games I've played, 100%. It might just be. No, it's not the rarest, but it's up there. But this is the first. We've played games that haven't been on Twitch before, listed under a category. However, this game is listed on Twitch, but it has 0 followers. That is a first. Usually, if it's listed on Twitch, it has a follower. This one has 0 followers. It'll have one after today. I need to go through and like follow all the games that I really like. But no, this game has. This is the 0 followed game. It's impressive. Yeah, if you're just rolling in, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna do my best to explain the game. This is the follow-up to the first game, Jikuu Tantei DD, Maboroshi no Lorelei, and it's a follow-up, but it's technically a prequel, and it can be confusing. It can be confusing at first. Just in general, even if you played the first game, it could be confusing at first that it's a prequel. But yes, it is a prequel. Even though it's a sequel. So, no, but I like this game a lot, and I like the first game a lot, and I don't normally do these kind of speedrun these kind of games, but you know, everyone knows DBK as the anime / fighting game / board game card game speedrunner, but every now and then I like to throw some random things in there, and we did Jikuu Tantei before at Halloween, so I think this is the perfect game. Anyway, I'm feeling ready to go. I think we're good. I don't think anything too crazy is gonna happen. I'm gonna move my timer down just a little bit. I'm a little concerned. Oh shoot! I hit a weird button. I'm gonna be really careful about what I hit on the screen. I've got the fans on blast on the computer. I'm projecting my voice, I think. 今日本当に準備が確認したいですね。まあ、今日ほとんど英語喋ってます。ストーリーが多分漫画読むの方が、なんか追いつけると思います。ちょっとやっぱりちょっと早いと思うけど、なんとなく、この物語がわかると思います。たまに、日本語説明するけど、まあやっぱり海外このゲームは発売されてないと、この前私の失敗はその時給探偵 DD の最初の作品は全然英語の説明ついてない。だからイベントするときは、受付中するとは、向こうの方がどういうゲームが多分混乱になると思います。So, to avoid any confusion, I'm going to do my best to explain it. There's just a lot going on. This game is a lot of information. It's kind of like a visual novel, but it's not. There's a lot of I don't really know how to describe the genre of this game. It's very unique. But it has some mini game elements and some action game elements and it's kind of like adventure visual novel mixed with some like weird like mini game stuff, and we'll get to that. We get to skip a lot of stuff, unfortunately. I'll just say, like, as a disclaimer here, if you're interested in this game, it is really, really rare. I can't stress this enough, but at least read up on the game. It's cool. It's you know, I think it's quite a treat, and I've become an even bigger fan of Hideki Sonoda-san. I think Sonoda-sama. I mean, he's godlike after this. I like the first game story. I like it even better now by playing this one. So, having said that, I guess we're gonna go right into the speed run. Just to be safe, I'll show the options. You guys can see my settings. All right, let's do our best and let's enjoy a fantastic, fantastic game together, with some frustrating elements, but the story is fantastic. So I want to do my best to explain the story, and I'll talk about some of the speed stuff we'll do, but most of it's just routing in the beginning. So I'm not going to put too much emphasis on what I'm doing on the sections, but just know that there's going to be scenes. There's going to be scenes that come up where you have to, like, it's kind of like a point and click section, and those point and click sections I'm not going to explain all the time because they go by so quick. The game tries to make you do different things and like misdirect you to click on this or click on that, and actually it's very straightforward if you want to skip certain things. So those have been completely routed out, but they're over so quickly that if I try and explain it, by the time I explain it, it'll be over. なんか指差しの画面がありますの。いろんなものが置いてあるで、選べることがもう結構早い。だからその辺はなんか私はこういうやってるその説明はあまりしないんですね。見ると分かると思います。まあ分からないなら後で ご連絡してください。またはそのテクストなんか歩くの歩くのことを説明しますけど、飛ばしたことあるのは本当に申し訳ありませんです。このゲームは結構長いけど、その部分が、結構なんか例えば1分の編がありまして、次は50分のお話があるやつ、結構バラバラですね。じゃあ始めましょうか。Let's start. I think we can begin. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to skip the opening here. I will be skipping some of the movies, unfortunately. And for the text stuff, well, first I'll explain the story here, but basically there's a bomb here on the top of this building in India, and we are trying to defuse the bomb. So it's Rizzo and a programmer and this other chip diver. Did I already mess up? Yeah, I'm gonna reset real quick. See? I'm not gonna talk about it. だからもう説明しない。なんか偉い集中が必要で自分のノートも見ながらやりますね。
アスキー。
もう一回やります。I'll leave that in there though, but yeah, I was looking at the wrong section. So there's multiple like section screens. Yeah, if you're okay, it looks like more people rolled in. So this game is the follow-up to the first Jikuu Tantei DD game. This is Hangyaku no Apsara. It's a completely different from the first 3D action game, 3D action detective story game. This one's more adventure, visual novel, and minigame. So it has a completely different theme. I'm only doing this English explanation once today. Once I finish that, the only time I'll run this again as a speed run is at an event. But I practice a lot for this. I was hanging out in the ASF Discord, all sorts of places. 今日だけ英語のストーリーの説明するんですね。完璧な通訳じゃないんだけど、大体の話が説明すると面白い。この前のゲームも英語の説明ついてないだから、ちょっと失敗したなと思った。前の方がどのストーリー後の物語が分からないとなかなか面白くないね。けど私に対してはこのゲームのストーリーが一番面白いのポイントですね。ノートが用意した。そう、秀樹園田様が検索したですね。Options 見て、Alright, we're gonna start in just a second. I'll be explaining the story. There's some sections I'll skip over. たまに飛ばします。説明。本当にすいませんね。せーの。Skip the first cutscene. And yeah, So Raizo's basically back again with this lady named Kaori and a programmer, and we're gonna disable this bomb on the bridge. There's time travel, so a lot of these bombs they can get put anywhere basically by time travelers. And so we're part of a team that basically goes through and disables these acts of terrorism. And so there's a lot of sections in the game like this where I have to select a certain character. It's kind of like a point and click section. 昔の PC ゲームみたいで、その矢印が出てくるで、ものを調べての、探偵ゲームがしっかりしてるだから。
ご苦労様。
いえ、
その辺が変わらないけど、私たちは結局爆弾をオフにしたんですけど、これは人づてに聞いた話。なんか変なことになるんですね。So we actually were able to disable the bomb thanks to the work of this lady Kaori-chan. She's a special ability as a chip diver, and Raizo actually is a vampire. So in this world, there's a lot of people with special abilities.
来ましたよ。
待って、降ります。
And so, yeah, fortunately, actually, the bomb wasn't disabled. It's some like kind of high-tech bomb. So we're gonna go up there with them, but unfortunately, everybody's gonna get destroyed. So then we open a few years later. And now Raizo is the Raizo we know from the first game, where he has his own detective agency. And Kirihime-san is back. She's kind of this like bubbly, kind of high school character, but she's brought. This is actually like technically the first time we meet her, and she's brought this other girl, Mifyu-chan, who is here basically on a missing persons case. Made a little mistake there, but that's not gonna point out what I did. Actually, the loading is very smooth in this game, so sometimes it throws me off a little bit. But this is basically a text dump. But essentially, the story is that Mifyu-chan, her sister, a long time ago, they went on a family trip, and her twin sister was lost on this like trip back in time. They don't know what happened, and so she's basically left home without telling her parents, and she shouldn't really be here, but she needs like a detective, obviously, that where it's kind of off the grid, because Raizo-san doesn't work with the time detective agency anymore. He just works as an independent time detective. And so, like, originally he doesn't want to take on the role of finding her sister, but then he finds out that she's part of this company called Mukojima, and they're like super wealthy. So he knows that, okay, Mifyu-chan's family has a lot of money, so she can pay. And so he completely changes his attitude. And he explains later too that one of the reasons that is because he has no money. And so basically now we're going to start. We have to do a little bit of preparation, as he explains. but he can't leave these like high school girls just basically in his office or like doing whatever they want. So he's gonna basically babysit them now. And then, but he's gonna take them around in the city to go ahead and gather information. But yeah, he has like, you know, he's I don't know, he's like crushing on him a little bit, but he's still like, I'm not gonna you know, I don't. They find out later. He explains early on, like, oh yeah, I am a vampire, but like I don't bite younger ladies, and like this is like, you know, like somebody calls his brother, but it's just like somebody he does like who's like kind of like an information informant for him, and he runs in. And the guy's joking like, oh yeah, don't like suck my blood or whatever. So they do like a lot of world building in this game.
いわゆる情報によってどれだけを一口に情報
We only see that Fry character one time, by the way, so I'm not gonna like, go too much into detail. It doesn't come back.
そうだよ。
なるほど。納得しちゃだ。
ああ。
So yeah, they call like chameleons in this game. So like the chameleons are like there's many different types like with different abilities, but the way I think this is the way I interpret is that he is actually like the OG because he's literally related to Dracula. They don't explain if that means like all the chameleons are related to Dracula, but there's people in this world like with special abilities, and he's like extremely rare. And then now he meets basically, you know, like some other like I guess people that used to work for him, but they actually just like fix his ship, and they're like company workers. But they basically tell in this conversation that there's this like corporation that's working on this extremely dangerous like time destruction bomb that basically erases like, you know, history, people or whatever it goes off like completely. So like you wouldn't be able like you could go back and like fix that part of history because it would be completely erased from existence. Yeah, time travel is like a little bit confusing in this series, but I don't like. I was reading some of like the Japanese reviews of it, and they said it's confused, like it's not well thought, but actually I think it is more well thought out than some of the others because it's they'll talk about it later on, but it's explained like fairly well in my opinion. But yeah, now we're gonna talk to basically the gentleman who's gonna help us like get all the like data that we need to find out when Mifu-chan took this trip, because she can't ask her parents, but whenever you do a time jump, there's a record of that somewhere. So this guy is like he's like his dude that he goes to when he needs information on the web. And the girls kind of they think, you know, well, Kirihime-chan kind of teases him because she thinks he's some sort of like hentai or something, you know, like weird pervert.まあ最初のプレイスルーは街は結構迷えるですね、逆に。で警察も会うことがなる可能性があります。別にゲームオーバーにならないんだけど、
それとさ、
まあなんかいろんな話が出てくる。残念なところは今回の RTA やってるだから全部の物語が、出てこない。だから面白いと思いますならぜひ 遊んでください。OK、入りましょうか。
着いた。
何？うわ、でもダサ
Yeah, they're making fun of the ship, but he doesn't care. Like, you
ー。
know,
女のに
I guess in the future, a lot of people get to go travel through time because, like Mifu-chan, she basically said that she went on vacation.
ない。
私も
So the first person, the place they're gonna actually go to is China,
ご。
because they went to like a trip there in like around 200 something BC or something like that.
じゃん。
And by the way, they're just doing like rock paper scissors because there's not enough space in the actual spaceship. And so they're fighting over who gets to sit in the front. And of course, Raizo-san loses. Even though technically he must be losing on purpose because he has the ability literally to trace into people's minds. It does take power. That's the thing. Raizo-san's abilities are absolutely broken, but they're also balanced because he has to, like, they use his energy and then he has to, like, basically drink the blood of somebody to gain access to those powers. But yeah, the girls don't have any powers. It's not like One Punch Man where everybody's walking around with powers. It's like a really, really like small percentage of the population. Like it's extremely rare.
新岡。
はい姫ちゃんがいない。
おお。
そんなことな。今回も
妹さんの花。
嘘じゃ。
会いたいんだ。だったら今の自分。
すいま
あ
おじさん
き。
モテないのは
But yeah, basically, you know,
それから
the reason that Mifu-chan wants to go meet is really wants to meet her sister and know what happened. So we have to walk up here. There's a lot of sections that will automatically appear. Like if you see that flashing light, 光ったらならその話が飛ばすことでできないですね。
そんなこと知ってる。すごいわ。
一部では
でもさ
何もない。
歴史のか何もない。
まあ自分の英語の説明が足りるわからないけど、
結構
まあ、ね、
話は結構面白い。最初はちょっとね、何のストーリーがわからないけど、この後はすごく面白いになりますね。面白くなっても話が長い。でもたまにそっちの方が好き。Alright, so they climbed up. They're just trying to look for clues, anything,
みゆきちゃん
any sign that
自
they
信ないの本当は
that they found her
調べて
sister.
みな
But
いいの
yeah, they're gonna come up
仕方
empty-handed.
ないわ姫何あの探偵何だって
There's like a lot of like, you know,
いい人だと
this game is like 96, I think. I think the first one was like 94, but we should go to the same position. Anytime I'm not controlling the map, by the way, the little icon will be pink. And there's actually like quite a few of those like auto sections, is what I would call them in the game. But now we just go back to our ship, and we're actually gonna find out that the girls didn't tell us something. They've actually been missing for like 2 days, and their parents actually list them as missing persons. So technically, Raizo-san is a kidnapper. So at this moment, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do the adult thing here. I'm gonna explain what's going on." But the girls in their, well, I guess fear of having to go back and explain what's going on, their hastiness, they now have to, well, you'll see. They're gonna run and get in his ship, basically, and basically to force him to be a criminal. He's now going to be a fugitive. Yeah, so they just run away. And a lot of times, anytime you get to one of those walking scenes, you can click any section. Yeah, so the AI in this in the ship actually like talks and things like that. So it's actually kind of polite and tries to help them and turn the engines on for them. And I don't know how the ship allowed this, but they just sent some random coordinates. So there's no way to trace them because they didn't put anything in. They just literally went, oh, just go into time, which is going to have some dire consequences. By the way, this soundtrack here is banging. I love this. There's a couple really good soundtracks in the game. For the text skips in this game, I have to hold down enter to skip it and then press it again. Kind of like I did with Dragon Ball Hyper Dimension. If everyone remembers when I was playing that. Butoden 2 is also the same thing. Kind of like the old school Super Famicom games. Hey, thanks, Chrome-san. So, yeah, we've actually crash landed. Did we already do that? I'm trying to skip. Or not yet. We've taken off through time, I guess. But we're gonna crash land on basically the it's kind of like a parallel dimension that but it has a different sense of time, and it's for people who basically are a lot of time fugitives end up there because they don't set coordinates when they're traveling. So we've ended up in that area, but it's extremely dangerous to go there because it doesn't operate under the same rules. So yeah, we're completely stuck here for the time being. And they try and explain this a little bit. By the way, there's they already found that there's like a bird living outside that's from their world. And they check, and yeah, you can breathe the air, so we're gonna go out of the ship. I'm just reading my notes real quick because there's a lot. ノートは書いてありますね。これからはペースはちょっと早いですね。ディスコはね、話が多いけど、結構分けてるだから。
さすがみゆ。
ゆっくりなんか当てはないんですね。
そこはいわば
痛いけな
俺にもよくはわからん。今のも
休むところはないね、このスピードラン。
ただここには
Yeah, there's like
ある
no
学説によると
there's no like rest time. So yeah, they're explaining time. So like time in this way works kind of like it's in a loop, but when you go outside of that loop, like you would be in the parallel universe, but it's still affected by time, but slightly different. And it's also why a lot of times, like when traveling, you can't go to like the exact coordinate. You can only go to like an estimation of where time is, which one of the reviewers of this game said, oh, well, why can't you just go back and stop everything from happening right before? But like that's the thing, you can't do that.
ライドをしゅ
だったら話は
Especially if it's like a time bomb, because then time would be erased in that moment. So, and even before, you can only go to like
一言を
a certain sections of time. You can't be like, I'm gonna go to this date at this time.
お前こそ
You might be able to. It's not explained whether you can currently, but at least in the past you weren't.
誰かにか
人が
まだなん行こう。
あっちだ
So yeah, this is where we find out that yeah, this is actually a fugitive ship, and he's like, oh yeah, I was right. We are stuck here. We need to like find resources really quick. This bird, by the way, you saw earlier, is going to be extremely important. I think it's like Min, I think is what they call it. I'm sorry if I can't remember. They'll say the bird's name in a second. It's a major plot.
私本当に人な
さっき
あはい
あれは現実の
はいおんぶ
我慢し
でも
But the bird's living, which means there must be people taking care of it, or at least that it has somewhere where it can eat.
あれ
And so we notice a light shining off in the corner, and we're gonna go there and find out that there's a whole bunch of people living here. I think if I did this at like in an English-speaking marathon, I would do both games back to back, but I would play this game first.
うわ古代
単なる
人工
ああ
サーカス
I don't know how they knew that it was a circus. Like, I look at this image and I don't think circus, but it does look like a factory. But yes, it is like circus people.
子供か
ねえちょっとあもしかしたら
Mimin, Mimin.
砂漠にいた
Yeah, yeah.
言葉が
So,
君
ウィウィッチです
yeah, she's a witch, but she can like talk to animals, basically.
そんなことよりさサルカ
What's
か
she's basically what's his name from Game of Thrones. Bran? Yeah, she's like, I think it's Bran, right? From like, who can like talk with the crows and stuff. Like, she's essentially has that exact same ability. It's going to be a little bit of a text dump here. Well, 私の意見はそのアイデアは結構すごい よくそのファンタジーと、まあ、吸血鬼とそういう辺は
チル
面白いと思います。
チルルほいいから
そういうなんか特別の人たちがなんか普通の人と、混ぜて
はじめまして。
まあ面白いでなんか
ひょっとして確かに
最初のゲームはそういう他の人がそういうアビリティ持ってるはもう全然説明してなかったですね。
チルルにはとにかく
Lilia is basically really nice to us. She's going to show us around. And we like from right off the bat, he's a bit of a Raiza-san's a bit of a womanizer and he's into her like frame one. He's like, yes, me and you.
チルはいつも一人だったから。チルルは身寄り
カルナバン。
ここの呼び名です。
ところで、
私たちはず
But this is basically an introduction to the circus, but everyone living in this town has special powers, as far as we
それ
know.
です。
単なるもらお姉ちゃんのブラン
So there's no normal people here, aside from these two high school girls now. And so we're gonna find out why. But yeah, everyone, at least this group, they're in the circus because a lot of them have, like, I guess freakishly strong power. Like they're either really strong, can jump really far. It's not. That's the one thing that isn't made clear, like what exact powers they have.
どうでしたすごいありがとう
あなたは罪深い。
は
僕がこの地に。
I actually wanted to know more about that, but I haven't gotten the chance to like research what. Yeah, Kirihime-chan is always very jealous of us.
はい
ああ、やはり
いい加減に
ちょっ
何ですか
リリア、
今いそ
でも
Iruma actually has like a lot of text in this game, but we kind of skip all of it. So there's a lot of like the characters in the circus or the comedians that have interesting like backstory, but like I said, for the speed run we just skip it all. 裏の話も面白いけど、まあ残念。スキップします。で、このブリックさんがもうなんかこういう街のなんか担当みたい。So yeah, we find out that like, she went to go talk to her father, Brick, who's essentially the person who runs the whole town.
お待たせ
どうかしたんですか。
And she says something weird. He said that she forgave her, which Raiza-san actually singles. He's like, that's really weird. Like, forgive you? Like, huh? Well, we're gonna find out later that he runs a pretty tight ship, and he's gonna have keep a close eye on us because it's very strange that we're here. But it seems to be, happen chance that we're here because they're actually like very busy and they're working on their own plans behind the scenes.
この世界は最初それでも私たちの先祖は希望を捨て
キメリアンの
Yeah, Brick's kind of mission is at least what he tells everybody is he wants to create a country, a world just for them,
でも
to keep them
申し訳ない
safe.
けど
I
どうぞ
I don't really, again, that also isn't like explained. It is a little bit, but I guess there's like
それで
some, it kind of is explained, but it's kind of like there's some sort of discrimination
リリー
toward
お
them,
客さん連れてきた
or like
団長
people with these kind of powers,
レギュラーも
because
ヒメリアンも
they can't
それは
live
そう
like
相変わら
normal
風の
lives.
予感
But a lot of the like the actual circus members don't think that. They think they're just normal people, and there's people like us. But
本質的
I guess there's a few who really believe that they should have their own place. But they've given us basically a place to stay. I'm just doing text skips for this whole part. This one's real easy, and I don't have to control anything because Lydia is just moving us around. So this is a part of the game where it really is more like a visual novel. And we're moving our ship into the town because we're gonna go ahead and fix it and try and repair and refill up. There's like a special gas that we need to move the ship that's not available normally, but the town actually has it, so we happen to be in luck. So we're gonna get permission to refill. So Goron's going to show us that basically he has a power where he can shoot like flames out of his body. And it's called Salamander. It always makes you think of Castlevania, by the way. But yes, you actually have to enter that one cutscene. But if you, like, this game gets you because you can technically like re-enter areas too. So if you re-enter the well, you'll end up talking to like a lot of the circus members, and you can go walk around town. Sorry, I don't want to make a mistake. Actually need to fix that later. I wrote walk to the space below, but actually it should be like the building. So I was like, what do I mean? You know, he knows that there's something fishy going. Raizo-san, you know, he can tell that it doesn't make sense. Why do they have like time fuel here? But they haven't left, and there's this weird humming going on, like there's some sort of engine, and there's this huge battery here. Like, why do they have this huge battery? So he's gonna, and he also noticed that he's being watched. Like, he's very aware. Unfortunately, I have to skip the cutscene, but animation's really nice. But yeah, Raizo-san has super speed, super power, and he also has like the ability to like hear and like trace into and through objects. It's similar enough to the first game.
すまんがテストそんな一部の団員が君たちのしかしできる限り無謀ですね当時
But Brick and company are basically just like talking about what like they're, oh yeah, we've got this big plan going on, like we need to like hurry up and like do this for all of like the chameleons and put our plan to action now. And then he talks about like Lydia because he doesn't want to involve her. We just dodged some bullets there. You don't get to watch that, sorry. And now we can go back to the carnival tents. If you tried to go here earlier, it just won't let you in. There's a lot of sections like that where you have to do certain things. Tamani machi no naka wa kanarazu 1,2,3 の順番があります。多分全部の場所調べたら結構話が出てくる。
それにしても
いや実はどうで
普通に言うと全部調べて多分 6時間かかる。6時間7時間かな。
遠慮しとき
年寄りいや
お前
細かい子1番桐姫アイスマン行きます。
今度は美冬あさ
みゆだ
嫌なら
みゆ無理なんかしてな。
So yeah, basically Lydia is just trying to like teach them some circus stuff. They're trying to make them feel comfortable. I mean, they are stuck on basically this planet right now, and so she was like Kirihime was able to do some swinging, but you know, a constant theme in this game is that Mifyu always needs like Kirihime-chan, and she's always like relying on her. And so like it has like a, you know, a theme of growth kind of. You can do things on your own and things like that.
ずっと探してるんで手がかりはそれがじゃあそこまでは
She's talking about how, yeah, like
私が
her sister would be about 14 years old right now, and then, you know, she's
泣かないで
kind of hoping that someone like, you know, Lydia would be her sister. We've got another walking section coming up.
誰だ
もうすぐディスク1が終わりですね。ディスク2が
父が許してくれた
そろそろ変更します。で今回はダックステーションのエミュレーションを使っています。このゲームが欲しいけどネット調べてはほとんど在庫がないんですね。ある時も値段が5000から1万ですね。But we're just learning about how there was an accident, to say the least, like 5 years ago. So in the beginning, basically we died, but I guess we didn't and we lost some of our memory,
さっきの場
and
所
so
から電
it's
流が
coming back to him now. And he's realizing this is all connected. But he's realizing, okay, they're working on something big. They're working on this
ある
this bomb. Possibly. Like they could be terrorists. I guess in English it would be like temporal bomb.
ふふんなるほどねお金のこと
Actually, this is faster than I had estimated. This is the only thing we do in this section. We're just gonna talk to her, and she's gonna, Lydia's gonna actually be really helpful and give us a lot of information on her father and kind of, you know, what's going on here.
まさか
な
あ
いえ
いや
ちょっと
こ
話を
このゲームは
私
5回
しかし
6回プレイしましたですね。
でも
ええ私も
だからもうまたする
覚えてない
なら
家族は
本当に
妙だな
イベントだけ
多分違うと思う
なんかダブルフィーチャーみたいに
私も身寄りのない私を
両方の
養女として引き取っ
時給探偵ゲームをやるつもりです。
父さんが私を引き
そう
うんジルルの両親を見殺しにしたのも
見殺し
ジルルの両親
Yeah, so like basically Brick
父さん
is like
父さんは
would kill people
いいぜ
はい自分た
if
ちの
if they're like normal people.
彼らは父さんにここの人たちを
もしかしたら
ええこの裏の父さんは危険な作業だと言って
そうか
And Izen is behind this, like
Yeah, yeah.
making a weapon or
何でもありま
something. So
みんなはキメリアンもでももう今の
あなたのお父さん
the thing is that she doesn't know that we have powers.
それが
Actually, no one does. Like for some reason, I guess because actually Dracula does make sense for Dracula to be able to, but like
過去のこと
Raizo is able to hide his powers.
先代の団長に協力し
まあなんとなくライゾさんが吸血鬼だから
彼はその
自分が
ただ
パワー力を持ってるそのキメリエンの人が隠れることができるですね。
家族かまあいいや
でも最初の
おはよ
女の子もなんか
もしかして
分からなかった
そんなんじゃない
んですね。
出発って
もう一度
そんなにか
何度かトライすることになるだろう
時代は
とりあえず現代に近ければ近い問題はライドの
けい
Alright, so that we know that we need energy now.
なんだよ
And like for our ship,
別に断る
and
とは
we
言ってない
know
だ
that we need to go most likely to the 23rd century.
探偵も
There seems to be
そうはいかないよ
somewhere that they're trying to go.
だったらライドの中で
おい
これも立派
分かったよただし一度
妥協するわ
I actually, even with all the text up, I don't remember what Edoma's power. I don't know what his power is. I have zero idea. Yeah, she's gonna talk to her father again.
父さん、
考古学
ここの代表をしています。
いえ、
木下。なる。
専門は古代。
Interesting thing that's important to point out is that in the beginning he asked if he'd met him before,
リディア。
and he said
ゆっ
no.
くり。
せっかくですが、
そうで。
He's a little suspicious of Raizo-san, but for like
私
Raizo-san's also suspicious of him because he's like,
話に水
well,
を
like if he doesn't kill normal people, why hasn't he killed us?
机の下にし。
どうして？
やめた方がいい。ことはそう。
でも、
どうやら
そん
お父さんは君たちに隠し事をしている。
Yeah,
彼はそれに
and like you know, she wants to,
詳しくは僕にもわから
he's
ない。
like telling her like, yeah, your father's like
Is he-
hiding things, so it's best not to like address him about it. But
知っています。みんなはそれを食い、私たちは
they're very frank with each other for just meeting.
でも、
まだ全てが明らかになっ。そうだ。
そう、
君たちには世話に。
春神さん。
必ず真相。
はい、
事件が我々も
鳴神さん。
申し訳ないが
もしかして
反対です。
Yeah, she asked if you're like a police, and he said
ご苦労。
no.
やつの
I'm
ライ
the
ドが
opposite of that.
こ
I
のま
work
ま
during
ブリックに
the
渡す。
night.
中身
Because
を
I guess he's like,
すべて
it's
やつに
he's joking like I'm a detective, like I don't work
それ
during
から
the
例
day.
のディスク。はい。そのことは
But
ブリ
it's
ック。
also a play on
やつのし。
because he's a
やつは
vampire.
はい。打点。打点。そうだ。一度。
But yeah, they're saying, oh yeah, like Brick is a fallen angel.
あの人は捨てる。なるほど。今時リアル。
But that guy with the glasses, the aviators, is basically a psychopath, and he thinks that like Brick is like too nice, so he's
キリ
gonna make sure that we're like
お願いが
people are keeping an eye on us.
よーしわかった。
もう
何も今出せとは言わないわよ。
ホテルに置い。
あんたの好きなホテル。
I'm gonna move down my notes because we are actually about to be on disc 2. Kurate is our busted ship. Our busted ship is and someone like also earlier put something in our ship to like he's holding cake now. That's not what it is, but someone, you know, they're up to no good. Basically what they're doing now is that they know these guys are,
なんで私がね。
それは
you know,
誰よ。
いい。
since they're up to no good, they're trying to make sure that they have an ability to communicate.
よし
And
いや、
よし。
they're also
余裕だよ。
優秀優秀。
は？
俺の仕事を
仕事って。
まさかいくら俺でも
Yeah, they're also trying to bring
なあ、
裏のか。
さっきも言ったようにきっと
yeah, because they did that though, I think that's how the other team, the other like actual patrollers are gonna come and find out that they're there.
サルガッソという場所は
なるほど。
But they have these kind of
いい
like
です。
walkie-talkies, I guess you would call them, like tablets that they can
気になったんで
communicate with.
おもし
試運転をするとか、
穏やかに。
その上団長との会話用意周到だ。
All he's doing is just kind of updating everything we've talked about.
はあ。
虫が良すぎると思うだろうが、
でも
まあそうだが職業医師
それに
な、
魚心。
水ご
その上
そんなんじゃない。
らしくない。でも
単純なここの人間ははっつまり俺はすでに奴らみふゆちゃんはだがお前なら何よりもその上頭もよ頼む。
あんまりいいよ、わかった。
ま
乗った。
商談せい。
これどうするの？
ほっとけ。
もらっとこうよ。
好きにしろ。
Okay. Did it work? Uh-oh. Why did my timer stop?
まさかコンピュ
念のためだ。アクセスの計
ね
それを
え、みゆは
みふゆちゃんには内緒だ。
私だったら
君は俺が見よ。それからこれを
PDA。
人をあやの
意外といい人。今更かもしれないけど。
疑わなかった。
でも
それが
仕事。
所詮
ごめん。
いやび
But yeah, they're basically trying to connect to the other patrol
ええ
because they know that this guy's like a murderer. And now they found out that he's a detective, so they're gonna freak out and move quickly with their plan.
わかりません。
分かった。
はい。
ただし
Actually, in the first game, she wears a lot of different costumes as well. But no, it's just that one scene. Sorry, this tune has become an earworm for me. Alright, so we're basically sneaking in his office and we're gonna go through some of the belongings. Actually, I skipped something there. Interesting. Alright, so we're gonna go spy on Brickson now. Because now we know that there's... He's moving forward with his plan. Because we think he knows that he's on to us, which he is. And he's hanging out at this creepy graveyard for some reason here. All these gravestones. And on our way back, he's gonna confront us. And he knows who we are, so he's basically asking to join our cause, and he's explaining like his thought process of like that chameleons are basically like stronger and better versions of normal people and come from them, so it's better that they it's the natural way of things, and that it makes sense for humanity to not only accept them but be ruled by them, because they have more ability and live longer and all sorts of things like that. I feel like that plot line is is done a lot, but it's cool that they did it with essentially superpowers. Just being careful here because yeah, we have to do a specific order of things. Yeah, you can that section was all right, but yeah, sometimes I was getting caught on the sides. Chigoku no hen to isho tamani naka michi ga hikakatte masu. Massugu no michi janai tame ni mienai no shikaku ga tokoro ga jama suru. でも私たちはなんでブレックさんをもうちょっとリリアの関係は何こういう人の脳を読んで So yeah, we're trying to read her mind to figure out what's going on, but it gets blocked. It's something it could be her visibility or whatever, but he doesn't want to go deeper in his brain, because if there's any kind of cloud or blockage and going on, he could potentially get stuck in their memory and not go back to reality. So he realizes that, oh, she had a picture of a bird, so he's gonna go ahead and find Mimin and do a scan on Mimin, because he can do a scan on anything. In this game he doesn't do it on objects. He actually later on in the first game, which takes place after this, he can actually scan objects. We find out, but no, you can pretty much scan anything. And so now we have to get this bird. This is, like I said, this is the main thing that ties everything together. He's still a detective. He can't just instantly go after somebody or arrest somebody. See, I got caught. Did you see I got caught there? It's small. The bird flew all the way up, and unfortunately, Raizo-san doesn't like heights, but we're gonna do a little rock, paper, scissors, and of course, we're gonna lose. Because apparently Raizo-san is the worst rock, paper, scissors player in the world. But even though what happens is we end up climbing all the way up there, and yeah, the bird flies right down to Kirihime, and we didn't need to do that at all. He was just talking about how, like, you know, just because I'm a vampire, it doesn't mean like I can't feel pain or die. I'm not invincible. And so he's going to retrace the bird's image, and we're going to figure out that, yeah, the girl, or we're going to figure out that, yeah, it's connecting to Izen. Like this bird is basically remembers this coming out.
Masaka. 知りませんね。彼らはこの地に遭難したか。
So yeah, like
なるほど。
Chiridu's, this girl's like parents were basically like fugitives as well, and it could be that they're from the original like incident, the original like terrorist incident they were trying to set up in this base.
テロの
And so
プロジェクト
like, yeah, everything seems to be connected. Like everyone in this town seems to be in on, like, to some degree, like, some part of a plan. Like the clown, I forget his real name, they say it later, but like, yeah, the clown, the guy's helping us, the grandpa with the white hair, he actually is not in on it. Like, he really does just want to have a circus, but he's like of the group that's like, yeah, it would be nice if we had our own place, but he's not like in on like Rick-san's plan.
さっき見た記憶の中に仕掛けてあった。似ている。私のライドにも爆弾が仕掛けてあったんです。もしそれが事故の爆弾自体は、はい。なるかみさん。いえ。
Yeah, Schmidt is like the really, you know, the evil guy. Like Rick's plan is insane, but like Schmidt is basically the one who like pushes him and like is like, no, you gotta drop the hammer. You gotta put the band hammer and get all these kids out of here. Can't have this no more. And so now the department heads are kind of deciding, you know, what to do. And so they're going to be sent now, like this squad of people. One of them is very familiar with Raizo-san, is now going to go out and fly and try and like capture him, because they still think like Raizo-san is like the person of interest. Little do they know he's trying to like help them, so they've now arrived in the parallel time. Taben 10分ぐらい私はただテクスト飛ばします。
に。
ちょっとおじさん、
なんだ。
警察が来たの。
ちょっと待て。小金井か。
この前、
なんか警察呼んだと思ったけど、
そんなこと
呼んでないね。
こっ
Like,
ちはまずい
he
わ。
didn't call them, but they were able to trace that he was
テント
here.
のな。
とにかく。
And I think it was because of the tracking device he put down before. But
ちょっといい？
シルフィー、あなたじゃなくてそっちの子によ。
あ、
今表に。
私、
ええ、
美冬。嘘をついてごめんなさい。姫ちゃんと一緒に家を出て。
yeah,
そう。私の父は今ここで使っ向こうお願いします。この子が。
yeah. So, like, Mifu-chan does something really stupid, and she basically tells them that she's part of Mikojima's like company, which is not good. By the way, Schmidt here is basically saying, "Oh yeah, I saw Raizo-san. He's here." He's like basically working with the police because he realizes, oh, these guys actually might get rid of him. And he's also getting information. And that gives him time to make his plan. But yeah, she basically does something really stupid. She tells them exactly who she is, not realizing that this group, this Izen group that Brig is exactly opposite them. Like they're the ones they're trying to, you know, essentially like damage and attack. Because they're like kind of the, you know, like the 1%ers of this world. They like very, very powerful influence. And so now that Lydia and Mifu have actually just switched like outfits.
こんな。
どうしたの？
あれ、
私服を。
何もこ。
コスだから変装したの。わかった。私と一緒に来て。私は？
私の代わり。
はい。
Yes, I thought that too. It looks like Fiona.
格闘技の。
いいえ。
走るの。
右足。
よし。
They're like, "Hey, are you guys ready for this?" And she's like, "Oh my, I'm not fast. I'm able to run fast." This is the only part of the story. I think she does this just to keep like them. I don't know. Like this is the only part that I didn't understand why this was her strategy. She tells them that Raizo-san was being inappropriate with her. I guess it was to like distract them and make them like care for her, so to like bring her back to where they're like situated. I think that was her strategy, but she could have just said, "I'm exhausted." I don't know, I'm playing this game in 2022 now, so it's like 96 thinking, right? Alright, so Schmidt basically realizes that the carnival guys were trying to revolt on their own, and he's acting first and basically capturing everybody.
なるかみらいサーカスで
So
気をつけて
Kirihime's
ね
そうだよ
yeah. Yeah, they didn't like pose the thugs very well.
どういう
申し訳ないけど。
Alright, Lydia's not telling them who they are, but
誰なんだ
黙って。
本部に通報があった
父さんね。
違う。
中学生言われてみ国分寺しかしこいつ
ここで現行犯は通用し、へりくつ
ごめんな。
わけ。
And Brick is onto it. He's like, he knows that she's not Didia. She knows that it's Mifu. So and these two guys get captured. Like, just they didn't do anything other than looking scruffy. You know, typical clown policeman. And you've probably listened, this humming sound is important. Basically, shit's about to go down. Like they're acting now because, you know, the policemen are here, so their base has been found. You know, the Detective Dracula, like, all this was, you know, happen chance, but it wasn't good happen chance. And so, yeah, they're finding out that they were a little slow in activating, so Mifu-chan's been kidnapped. They realize. I also wanted to know what Shirufi's, the girl with the purple hair's power is. I just imagine she's like in Orochi. That's literally how I imagine her power. And you're gonna see her eyes grow red later too. I don't think she's a vampire type though. They don't. It's not explained.
一体
連中が動く。なんとか。
ちょっと待って。
ブリック。
Yeah, so she was very tricked when she finds out that they're trying to exchange the, hey, you know, give us back Mifui.
その質問に
私に
お前は
ごまかさな。
ごまかしてはいない。
工事系
さすが探偵。
取引か。
そう。
Mifui-chan is
どうする。
決まっているだ。
basically they gave him like the keys, so now he has like not only, you know, the daughter of one of the most powerful companies in the game, but he knows that he can has like complete leverage.
バカな。
あなたほどではないが。
But he has Brick has a soft spot for Rydia-chan. But it's not gonna go Raizo-san's way. Raizo-san actually ends up getting shot and barely escaping. But the reason is that, like, Rydia-chan basically, you know, was rescued when he rescued her when he was like a little girl. And he considers her his daughter.
ここに来る間に間に合う。
Yeah, I skipped the scene where
暇だっただけだよ。
where he gets blasted from behind.
ありがとう。
追い込まれると
本当に。
喋らない。
どうする気だ。
一旦
今
テントの
どうした。
And
No.
they have to escape now anyway because the
カルナバンのショー。
the whole place is actually a floating island that's now like teleporting away.
コメントが
なんて。
ひょっとしても
おそらく心配するな。いいか。
はい。
まず駆動命令を
Okay,
自動的に
we have to basically time jump again.
補助 OS を立ち上げ。モードが
I don't actually have to change the modes and fix anything, and this whole section is automatic. But you're gonna see this mini game again. This mini game is absolutely a nightmare. It's funny. It's funny how a carnival game, a carnival game literally has carnival games in it, or a game with a carnival in it has like carnival-like games.
エンターを押して。
Getting that red dot in the center is as hard as it looks. It's a nightmare. So no. 真中の赤点に合わせれば、これは自動ね。私は何も押せないわ。ダメですね。でも後でそれでもうあれが難しい。タイミングがその難しくない。難しいはその赤い点はちょうど真ん中になってない。合格できない。で、時間切れになったらゲームオーバーするつもりですね。ゲームセンターの地区のゲームセンター行くときはミニゲームあるでしょ。ずっと光が回っていくで、ちゃんと
どうでもいいのよ。
見ながらバッテンを押すタイミングも本当に一緒です。で、同じインチキですね。ああいうゲームは本当に嫌い。Yeah, there used to be games like that in Dave and Buster's, right? Where like it goes around the light, or it, like something was spinning in the machine, and you gotta hit it, and then all you get is like a little bit of candy or some tickets. It's one of those games.
でも
だから
よくわかんないけど、
それどころか
It's an absolute nightmare.
今俺たちが
それなら先回り。
それができ。
そっか。
だが奴らがテロリストである以上、
プロジ
So yeah, we found out that their whole thing is connecting, and we're basically like way at like in some, I forget if we're like at the beginning or any time, but I think it's considered the same.
それはそれで
I can't remember what kind of time he calls it, but
あのな、さっ
like
きも言った。
outside the animals
わ
are
かったら
they're technically like not animals, or like
いい加減にしろ。
he calls them like
そっち
a
こそ
special name. They're not frogs.
こうい
They're
う
like
ことは
ちゃんと出てる。
unique to this timeline.
おじさん。
まだお
I think we went way to the future,
ちょっと
if I remember correctly.
探偵
工事局
意外。
つまらない時期。
And we're just like hanging out here to like figure out like,
Damn,
okay,
I
like what do we need to do?
Yeah.
Where are we going? Because
それが仕
the
事。
problem is like they could be anywhere in history now.
はい。
そん
So
な
we've got to figure out like where the like bricks floating island has now, because found out that the whole place can basically teleport through time.
俺はそれを確かめる。キメリアンであることより
そんなの。
不安なんだ。
So coming up, this is basically kind of like the realize this is like, how to explain it, there's like a lot in visual novel sections of games, and I don't technically play these games that much. I wouldn't say technically, almost not at all, but I like the story enough that I was able to figure out most of like pretty much everything that you need to do in this section and like understand like most of the story. I think I missed even through the casual playthrough. I didn't like get certain stories to come up, but that's because it requires you to like check literally everything or go back and forth. We've actually skipped like a very large percentage of the story, just like extra tidbits and things like that. We're still playing through the main story. Don't get me wrong in that, but like, yeah, playing through the main story slower and really reading it allows you to pass these sections. Is what I'm trying to say. So they're making the bomb, the time bomb, and it's basically we're just like having a realization in our head, even though these things have already been said in the game. It's kind of like, hey, have you been paying attention? Here's a quiz for you, and so you'll go through the options and make sure they're right. And yeah, I wrote them down just in case because I don't want to make a mistake. One more coming up. A little bit of a text dump coming up, and then we have a mini game. But he's basically figured out what Upsel's plan is.
Yeah. それはあくまでもいわば
正義な
俺に言わせ
じゃ
おそらくは
そうなると
リリアはいや
イーゼンはそう
連中にそのしかしブリックは違う
つまり
イーゼンは
そういえば
But like from what I understood, the reason why they don't just go like back to the beginning of time is they're picking a time where they can still have like the comforts of life. So like they picked like the like a century where like basically Napoleon is like out. I think Napoleon's at war and like England is still like like still being formed. So they do that because they realize like that's the way to like kind of take over the world is like just find like what would be considered is going to be the center during that time period and has like the power to like that he would power and influence over. Because like the rest of the world is like very weakened.
そういえばこれ準備が
有能な
Yeah, 1780, 1790.
ブリックも
でも
いやある
なるほどその近辺ね
それだ
Alright, so now we're gonna have to do this 1796.
イギリスよ
なるほど
18世紀
史実が大き
決まりだね
罠かもしれんが
出発
And it's probably a trap for everybody,
今の俺は
but they still have to go
ジャンプ
because
はできる。
やってみる
if they don't, obviously he's gonna
誰
erase
でも最初は
a lot of people, a lot of people in one blow. All right, come on. No. Oh my god. Why are you doing this to me right now? No. I've gotten 3 seconds on that stage before. Chrome Song was there for that when I was practicing. I promise, it's a real thing. It is one of the worst mini games ever. And it's an hour. Like I said, yeah, I was almost correct, right? It's an hour and 30 minutes into the run. Alright, so the ship hasn't appeared yet, and it's about to appear. And actually, like, Mukojima and the company that makes, like, basically everyone's here that they need to get rid of and erase out of history.
来たみたい
So
すごっ
本当にゃ。さあ、
どっちも
交渉中
どうや
ならば、
らもしかして
あ
we're actually at the home stretch.
あまり大丈夫じゃない。ここに残って、
Yeah, but he wants her to stay back, but she's like, no, we're gonna do this together.
あ
You might die. As you can see, they brought the whole base into existence in 1796. But yeah, basically this Ezen group is, their plan is actually coming to fruition. They were able to somehow get the companies to build them parts, and then, well, you'll see that their base is more than just an island. It's actually a complete giant ship. And they're all deciding, like, what should we do? Like, he wants to go out. Obviously, he wants to get his daughter, but he knows that he's there. He doesn't want to. lost a lot more time. Okay, yeah. We're almost at the last section. I guess the reason they couldn't go so far back in time is then they would ruin the history in which they were born. Because, right? I think. Actually, thinking about it makes my brain hurt a little bit. But we're basically rescuing that group of people you saw there. Everyone's like basically good. They have no like. They have no like desire to see any of this happen. They have no what's the word I'm looking for? Like no real goal other than just being like free. They're not part of Bricks and the Izen like group at all. And even though they travel, it's only been like a short time. Because of all the information we gathered, we were able to figure out exactly where, like when he would appear. Because he left like very specific notes about the time. Yeah, the part that confused me was that, yeah, why? I guess if he went too early, he risked like getting in the way of his own timeline. But in this way, it doesn't affect the timeline. I don't know. I don't know how that. I'm trying to think about that. It's really making my brain hurt. I mean, technically, it wouldn't matter though, right? I guess that's the thought process. And there's enough people to create like a new world. I guess if it was too early, it would take too long, and he couldn't hold his position. Like say that they were go back to like, she's like pissed because he pushed her into there and touched her butt. And that's no good. Kids, if someone tries to touch you there, that's no good. I'm skipping it, but basically, it's a giant ship now. Yeah. Yeah, 500 meters. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Like inside the like his own station, there seems to be like a lot of people that didn't know he was gonna do this. And so yeah, the operator basically is like basically rebelling in his own thing. So they're using the cannon on like one of these blimps to like show, hey, that's what we can do. Like their objective wasn't even, it was just to show, hey, if you mess with us, we will erase you. And then he has a flashback realizing, oh yeah, this is exactly what they did before, isn't it? In the very beginning. It's the same people. And they, like, the government thought that Raizo Narukami-san was dead. The character we were playing as for most of the time, but actually, they never found his body or one other person's body. I'm sure I'm doing a horrible job of explaining this, but
どうしたの？
少しつか
ちょっと私のそうだ私の血じゃ私じゃ
一つやるお前は俺
やだ。
I'm looking at my notes also for the times, and I've only lost like maybe 20, 15 seconds
男のくせにくどく。
from like my PB offline. And that was mainly because I got stuck in the stupid walking sections. Alright, so he's basically unlocking and putting into manual mode, and so Hime-chan's gonna drive this thing. And what she's trying to do basically
この
is,
座標に合わせ
ちょっとだけ
大丈夫
okay, we have to jump in time
天才じゃないもん。
by like
すまん
literally
これから
like
どうし
500 meters or something like that.
た？
So,
いいぞ
alright, it'll say in a second. I forget what the exact is, but this is, it's bad. Like, yes, by like 600 seconds or something like that. So I have to move the cursor in the middle. I can't hit the black timer, and I have to hit the yellow one. And it's gonna start when Yoshi's high. So now it's actually started. Like a crappy arcade game, I cannot control the, it has like variable, what's the word, like variable movement. Oh my god. No, I'm not perfectly in the center. What? Yo, are you kidding me right now?
いいかこの座
ちょっとだけ
大丈夫
天才じゃないもん。私
すまんそれから
I actually have to redo this.
どうして？
後で説
わかった。
いいぞ
No. What in the hell?
我々に断
So
りなく
technically,
ガラパゴを動かす。
これは私
それでは
technically this is an invalid run
何の
テロリストの
なんだと。
because
何かがブリッジの機関部に
何かと
that save is only
お
there
取り込み中申し訳ない。
勝手に
from
するな
before.
以前は撤収する。
Technically, I didn't save, so I would have that would actually be my game over there. So I literally have to redo this.
頭痛
大丈夫か
Oh
それつけてるやつ。
man, I'm still gonna submit it onto there
あの化
because
け
it's
物
bad.
どうやって
I mean, we
Skip
literally
the drive.
lost.
ほんの少しだけ時間を戻
I
し
can't.
時空探偵なら
I can't.
またまた
気になるか
そんなの蔵って
I want just,
私
no, dude. Of all the things, 1時間40分。やだ。Red shit. Oh man. I'm blown right now. I can't believe that happened. But yeah, we basically crash landed here. We're gonna back up the AI, the data on the ship to save the AI, but for the most part, no. We're here to end this, and we first have to rescue everybody. So that's Schmidt's escape there. So Schmidt actually, they don't say this outright, but I think he's one of the characters in the first game and come back later as a main villain. I just have no words right now, honestly. I'm just...
ブリックは
先にリ
さっきから
分かったよ
別に
右だ
一人
I mean, this game, I love the story so much that it doesn't bother me, but I'm just blown that we, like,
なるか未来像
I knew the minigame was going to be a problem, I just didn't think it was going to be that much of a problem.
わざわざ助けに来て
来てやった
I
だ
just
な
actually could not get the red
Eva?
dot in the center.
どうもすいおい見たか
ではこの船とし
船
でどう
Just
す
got really bad. RNG, it was overly sensitive. Once again, the rock paper scissors is lost. Go ahead and back over here. Unfortunately, we have to save the security guards, or their teammates as well. And then Kirihime is going to go the opposite direction. We're basically split up on which path we're going. We're saving Rydia-chan. Or sorry, Mifui-chan, sorry.
キリ
どうやらし
I mean Rydia-chan.
だからさっき
See, I got confused by which one.
そっちこあれここにはいないの。
話
知らなく
さっき
全員と
そういう風に
そんいやでも
ちょっと
Mifui-chan is up with Brick-san. I'm not trying to hit any like accidental triggers.
そう
We are at the very final stretch of the
ちょっ
game.
と話
あんた
仕方なく共闘しているが
偏屈な
職務に
あーいえいたいた
リリア
なるか
I'm gonna instantly put a
お
note,
怪我の方は
new note to say.
大丈夫大丈夫
なるか
大げさな
It's a good face.
また会えて
はい
本当に大変男女が一つ屋根の下で
何も
とにかく
終わりよけ
まだ終わっ
見たか
国分寺さんと一緒に
68が見つかっ
はい
この
よし例のケーキ
上まさか
エンジンを壊して時空い
分かった
一言
行きましょう
はい
俺のせい
Alright, we've basically blown up the engines, so the ship shouldn't be able to leap through time, but the weapon is still active.
DDB に続き放っておいてよろしい
構わん。いずれ奴はここに。
どうしてそれを
おそらくあの男は今に至る。彼は町
我々を煙に巻く気ですか
悔しいがシュミット。
そんなことよりこれから
今回の今から左右のブロックをパージするから君と投降すれば
しかし
危険がない。パージブロックはしばらく自走可能だ。下はもう
そういう
砲塔がその上シュミット。
Yeah, it's
ここで
2:30 a.m., so this might be the
Shikashi.
last one.
結局
誰しも我々の
I missed a skip there too.
言ったを
I'll submit it for the
撃ったのああ
So basically, Brick's plan was a failure, so the operator was like, yeah, I'm
向こう
taking
の
you
階
out
段から
because
でも
I only care about the chameleons. And actually, we find out that Brick is not one. He does not have special powers. we have to do is go up these flight of stairs, and we're gonna get a little bit of cutscenes every time. And that's pretty much it.
急いでこっちに来るんだ。
ミユ。さあ。大丈夫。
急がないと。
美冬。
さあ。
私。
そう。下で待ってる。
気をつけて。
怒ってな。
間一。
大蔵さん。
Alright, so Kirihime-chan.
あなたと同じ。
いや。
Nice. What's going on, Twilight Mon? Yeah, we're literally at the finale here. I'm calling it. You're in for the treat. But basically, we were skipping through the final section here. I'm gonna have to redo this anyway at some point soon. So we were skipping through the final section, and yeah, as you know, she did. Mifui-chan was able to do a jump at the end to kind of save her life, so she got over her fear of not being able to do anything.
そういえば。
はい。
美冬ちゃん。
いえ。
恋人。い
や。似ていたんですよ。もっとも。
ごめんなさ
い。いいんです。この時計は。
Yeah, so he found Brick-san's clock.
俺は
So
こいつに見よ。
he
リトレーシン。
knows that
腕時計なら。
Aizo-san knows that he's seen him before, but he can't do tracing on the clock, so he's gonna actually suck Lydia-chan's blood now to gain powers, and then he's gonna do tracing on the clock to be able to figure out
ご苦労。
いえ。
the exact
工事
connection.
警察起動。
工事
So this is where
エリートの。
たまたまです。
the whole story comes back in a loop, and actually we realized that everything was connecting to like this moment.
どうしました。
さっきの場所から電離。
That Brick was actually the programmer, and unfortunately, Kaori-chan got caught up in it, and so that cost her life. And so, because of that moment, everything was decided. Then he would try. Because he didn't want her to die. Apparently, he was very interested in her. I guess as a love interest.
何か。
And so
彼を。俺は過去に一度。
that kind of like set in motion his like final plan. Is like, okay, well, I'm gonna create like a place for her. The irony being that it was his plan originally that is the one that caused all this. And so we go to the like final confrontation where basically Brick-san explains all this.
5年ぶり。
君にとって君のいた工事局と無工事、その目的は工事法で禁じられている。私は
関係者。
反工事テロリストによる空間、それまであの日もとにかく解体を終え、何かがやがて俺はこの作業、今回の責任 自業自得
But like, what Rickson explains why it's interesting is that Rickson explains that like it was a miss, but like the bomb wasn't supposed to go off, but like somebody else above him wanted that to happen. And he doesn't know if it was like Mukojima. He doesn't know if it was like someone in the group,
気がついた時に
but
実際には
he knows that it's like
最近
he needed to get rid of those people, and he doesn't think it was like he knows it wasn't one of the like the
お前の行
chameleons.
動は一
So
人
そんなこと
だったら
I don't know. That's one of the reasons why he lured all the other groups here is because he was like
あの
trying
時
to
間我
trying
々
to
はすでに
eliminate
現場から
the possibilities of them doing that again.
しかしお前の軽率なサルガスに飛ばされたのはさっきの話と矛盾
私の計算でおそらく大い私があそこで死なずに済んだのは単なる偶然ではない私は
Yeah.
サルガッソに私を引き取ったのはカルナ
And he doesn't think
工
it's
事局へ
an accident,
私
you
は
know.
その意志を過去を捨てることで
リ
リディアは向こう島
ええ
リ
私は見る知らなかったわ忘れていたんじゃない
リリ
よいそして私は空間は
そのためにイーゼンという子
それではなる
だったら
よさっきも言ったようにダイス自体これは人自身時を操る全ての力我々人類に
そんなことは
それでは歴史を管理するというと工事局時間の操作は誤った過去を消し
だからといって
20世紀の後半から人間は新しい文化のそして今も過去に翻弄され私歴史をねじま
ならば俺がここに
Yeah. So basically, you know, he wanted to make a whole new history
構えろ
for the chameleon
無駄
people,
だ
so that they would be free of being used.
ブリック
私
それは違う
But like, he was supposed to basically, you know, he was registered as dead at that day, but we found out that
タイムトラベル
actually
が
he survived the like time bomb and was sent to that, you know, parallel dimension with
人を
everybody,
導いていくのは
which should never have happened in the first place.
いいか
こん
17年前やっぱり
違う
じゃ
お前幼い子がま
And here he says like a change. He's trying to explain like, yeah, you were just like a pure kid, like you'd done no crimes or
その
anything,
こと
so I wanted to protect you.
私は向島コンツェ
Basically, he's like confessing that yeah, he's like a bad guy, but like
後戻
this is like not really his plan. Like the bomb going off was not his
彼
plan.
らを
力ずくで歴史を生
You know, someone else wanted it to go
過
off.
去を
He was just doing. He was doing. He was being used,
時が進む限り
しか
and he
し
thinks it's no coincidence that like Raizo-san and Kaori-chan were there. Like, think they like their objective was might have been to like eliminate them,
なる
なんです
私を
or at least like use them to gather data, and then you know they're simply collateral.
これが
香織さんはい
や
ブリック
私
大丈夫
It's like the only part I like. So where in time did they send him?
リディア
they don't like put him in prison or anything. He's still a criminal.
雷蔵
雷蔵って
まさ
How's
か
it
逃
going,
げたんじゃ
Sadistic Pillar-chan?
大丈夫ですよ。
We're almost finished.
来ましたよ無事みたい
変な呼び
ごめんなさい。じゃあ
なるかみ
そう。
ミフエ
正直に
何ですか？リリアじゃないの。
Yeah, so, and then the final plot twist, if you guys didn't figure this out already, that Rydia-chan is actually
信じられないけど。
her sister, Miyuki,
みゆ
who was lost long ago. So it indeed, I mean, they give like so many hints though. It was very obvious
これで俺
お
that
疲れ様。
they literally changed cloothes. And they looked alike.
それはいか
ケチね。
But
アプサラル計画に
the
なんなら
reason
私
おめえ
the
彼らに
reason that she's older is that like time ages differently. So
この場にいる人間は
technically,
キーマ
Lydia-chan is the younger
ありがとうご
sister,
ざいます
but in that parallel world, time works differently. So she's older,
私もやっぱり
and then finally she decides
ブリッ
that
ク。
like she wants to like
私にとって
the family that she's only known is
許してい
these group of people. So she wants to like protect them.
いの。
Like in some weird way, like Rick's plan is a success because he hopes that they have a place where they can make like, a new
泣いてなん
history
かないもん。
工場内
in the timeline. So like her and all shoot, the wrong one. Time's gonna be in just a second. So yeah, she ends up working there this time. That's time. Oh, I'm blown. I can submit that, but I have to put a note about what happened. I can't believe it. That minigame was so stupid. Thank you for the GGs. It's, I have to run this again though. Not tonight. 2 hours. Okay. I think I can get sub 2 easy. We're close to it. Maybe not. Maybe like 2:0 something, 2:01. I'm curious how much time I actually. Might have lost. Also, we had to stop the timer. This is probably like 2:04 or something. That mini game. I can't believe it. I can't get over that. I practiced just so I wouldn't fail that. And the first minigame we got like a 30 on. what it is. It is what it is. I'll be back on the cross and go find somebody to raid. I can't believe I invalidated my run. I wasn't gonna. It's not like I could reset though. Tochu de, そのミニゲームが不合格途中。私がね、セーブしてなかったってことは、読み込んだけど、それが別のファイルで、本当はこれがダメ。でも、結局、1時間40分ぐらいになったですね。確かに。だからもうほとんど終わった時は最後のミニゲームが出てくる。Yeah, the mini game came at the very end of the game. So it's like, well, I'm not going to reset on everybody because I'm not going to be able to finish the run. It's so stupid. But I actually, for like the most part, like that's pretty much it. Like that's the run. I'm just glad I got to show off a rare game. I'm just blown that. I was kind of stunned, like I was like, oh my god, I actually failed this stupid minigame. I'll show it too. This, like, what the hell? It should not be this hard. It just shouldn't be this hard, dude. This is easy. We got this fairly quickly last time. Why am I getting like a 27 though on that? I don't get it. It's bad. It's bad. Why is it a frame perfect mini game in the middle of a speed run? This is awful. Thank you. We gotta play it again though. I feel like you in Dino Crisis. I'm starting to understand the pain. Why a 33? Dude, this there has to be some sort of trick with this. Like, if I just like tap it, look, it's never the same. So I'll move it all the way to the edge, or I'll just do it right here. Watch. It's gonna start in just a second. Okay. Boom. I literally just teeny tiny tapped the stick, and it flew all the way across the screen. 48. A 48. What is going on? This minigame is making me salty. Here's the first one. I literally never failed that minigame on purpose. And then of course when we do a speed run, a real one live, I fail it. Did you get in the center. Froggy. All right. I don't know what to say. This mini game just actually makes me angry. What happened to me getting this in 3 seconds? Nope, that's not center. I'm just bad. I'm just bad. That's all it is. This is the one I need to practice, honestly. God, I suck at these type of games in the arcade too. I feel like no one. I think I've won that one time in my life. See, that's what happens when you hit the black one and you get a fucking game over. And that's why you can't mash on that stage. Okay, so you kind of... I've never actually seen that. Dude, this mini game is actually sadistic. Yuck. Oh my god. Alright, so alright, I'll explain the mini game. Alright, so do you see there's like a red dot? So this red dot has to be put exactly in the center of this vertical green line and this black vertical line. It literally has to be dead center of this sphere. It can't be like a pixel left. It can't be a pixel right. It has to be dead but stinking center. No miss. Gotta be frame. Perfect. Then that yellow bouncing ball that's going up and down right now, that yelling bouncing ball has to literally, once the red is aligned in the center, you have to press the enter button the frame it's on the red dot. It can't be the frame after. It can't be the frame before. It's got to be the frame of the red dot. And if you think it'd be easy, oh, just move the red dot in. But me just tapping moves the dot moves the way it wants to move. Sometimes it moves short, sometimes it moves long. I have no control over the shittiness of the dot. It is literally like a Dave and Buster's game. I hope that explanation made you upset, because that's how this game makes me feel. But I don't know how to explain it any more than that. It's literally like align the dots. like press the button when it's in the center. It's one of those games. Except you have to make the center. That's the problem. So like this is perfect. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And the problem is it's at the very end of the run, and the other one's right before that. So both of these are like toward the end of the run. So I mean, it's not as bad as like Chrome Sun running Dino Crisis and having to like put in codes at the because it's not like complete RNG. But there's still RNG in this minigame, and that's how the dot moves. So what happened last time is I couldn't get the dot to get centered in time. Like, by the time the dot was centered, it was already 20 seconds. And then I was trying to get frame perfect in. I just wasn't hitting it frame perfect. So I literally had... There you go. Game over. Yeah, oh man, or I definitely hate people, and I don't know if they love math. There's weirdos though. Like, of all the mini games to put in, why this? This is just like cruel and unusual. It's like some prehistoric video game in the middle of my old. Like, I don't think I can hit it. I think it literally. I have to though, because I literally have to do this again. Yeah, it's not center, so it won't count anything. Alright. Yeah, there's no trick. Even me, like, trying to wiggle it back and forth isn't gonna help. I'm trying... Before I had... twice. Alright, buddy. I can't. The blinking is killing me. We'll try again tomorrow. I'll submit though. I can at least submit for it. But I can't keep it on the board. Because it's just not a legit run. Just straight up. Alright, who are rating? Is anyone streaming this hour? See anything. Who is streaming? Oh. I know who we're rating. Everyone was I picked this game up for $1, and everyone was telling me it's the shits. So let's go ahead and raid. I'm going to bed, guys. I've got to. I saw we had actually like 15 viewers at one point. I don't know why or how, but I appreciate it. This is like I'm telling you, this game. I'm gonna come back with more energy tomorrow. When we hit, thank you for coming. When I failed that mini game though, any energy I had left in me, I was quiet for like 2 minutes after, because I was just like, my energy level was just like, well, that was a nice. Like I should have reset there, but I was like, if I reset, I'm just gonna fall asleep. Cause I was good. I was like golden on commentary, hit that fail, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't backup save. I didn't think to. I didn't think I needed to. It's my fault. I don't want to do a backup save though. I just kind of YOLO it. Alright, let's go ahead and raid. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Peace. Good night. Did the raiding work? So good.